Hello guys, today I want to show a new realistic project. This is a Gomix. Gomix makes new value blockchain entertainment platform. Gomix builds up a platform that enables both writers and consumers to enjoy by using blockchain in the process of producing and consuming content. And when we are talking about the content, this is via mainly the comics. Currently they are working with the webtoon.com. As you can see, there is a side with the comics, so you'll be able to interact with the authors of the comics by rewarding them with the uh, comic token. So there is also a very good opportunity for the writers. You can write your own comic and take the profit from it a lot higher than from the other sites. So we can move next. Comics project. In order to maintain the stable profit of platform and individual writers, comics produce a large volume of statistically validated business web content. It helps run comics platform and make a stable financial statement. The story foundation allows authors and producers to receive up to 90% of revenue. It used to be around 40 to 50. When they submit their content directly to the platform, it will be the cornerstone for more authors to work with comics ecosystem by buying the revenue with GOM token for. So as you can see, this increased the revenue for the authors dramatically from the 40% to 90. So there's a lot of difference between these two numbers. As you can see, there's a lot of partners of the project. They are mostly from the China, since the a lot of comics come from China or the Korea. So as you can see, there is a lot of popular brands from this industry. If you read the comics, you know that they are very popular. Here you have also exchanges like the Coin Tiger, which we'll talk about later. But now let's jump to the white paper of the project, since this is a very interesting. Here you can find everything about the project, starting from the analysis of the market, solution of the project, roadmap, token economy, team members, and partners. So basically everything that you need to know about the project you will find in the white paper. We can analyze the some features. So for example, you can analyze the ecosystem of the token for what we'll use the tokens. So first we have a voting system. You will be able to vote for popular content and stories. So you'll be able to vote for your favorite content to make it more visible and reward the creator. Secondary works, producing movies or TV shows based on popular webtoons. So uh, for the popular cartoons will be created the movies or TV shows. They will use the comics token to fund the movie, so there is also a very nice idea. Webtoon production, producing webtoon based on proven scripts. So also they will produce the new webtoons based on the scripts. And fourth, we have a consumption, promoting sites through influencers, product placement, and advertising. So here we know the ecosystem for the uses of the Gomix token. Next we have a explanation of the market, the comic industry in Korea, in China. So there are the biggest markets currently for the comic industry, and the growth of the revenue for these markets is currently on the rise, on the huge rise. Here we will have a graph of the market growth. So there is in the $1 million. So as you can see, in the 2006 we have over the 800 million. Next year we have 900 million, and it is increased by the 100 every year. So as you can see, basically every year the market increased by the $100. So and there is a pretty huge number. Currently we crossed the 1 million, 1.2 million in 2019. So this is a pretty huge number. And I think there's always worth it to invest in the growing market. So even if you are not interested in the comics, I think you should interest in this project, since you can earn the money from the token, which I will tell you later about. But now let's analyze the white paper. Here we have issues in the comic industry. The scripts written by comics will be produced to works after being voted by platform users and making global partnerships for Korean idols and entertainers. If commercial products can be linked to other secondary works such as webtoons, web dramas, and web movies, the revenue is expected to exceed over 100 billion. However, there are still thousands of problems in the industry under the current solutions. So, as you can see, there is solved the problem of the comics that people are not interested in. They will just release the comics that people vote for. This makes the they can make the more popular comics that people want to read, and this will increase the profit, of course, for the creators. So there is a lot of content in the white paper. You can read it by yourself. You can read more about the technical structure, interest of polka dots, so more technical solutions and other things from the technical side you can read in the white paper. But now we can move next to the roadmap of the project, since there is a pretty huge roadmap. As you can see, they started in 2018 but with the establishing board members. So the project is almost 2 years, so there's a very nice. They're working for over 2 years to make the project as best as possible, so there's a very good. Uh, then they begin production distribution of business webtoons, Taiwan Manga X and Manharan, Korea Topton, Anyton, and Mton. So after the 3 years of development, they started to make the distribution. Then they make the business webtoon retail service Korea. Then there was a private or initial exchange offering. Gomix platform beta server is open. So there is a lot of things that they have done, and then we have a development roadmap that they want to implement. Building the base environment, data storage transmission system, functional development of public blockchain, launching the collectivity testing of public blockchain, launching the testnet and development of goods, development of goods and optimization testing, and launching the mainnet. So in the beginning of the next year, they will launch the fully working the project. There will be the mainnet announced, so everything will be working as it should. So there's a not much time to join the project before the fully launch, and there will be a huge price rise in the after the launch. So there's always better to buy in the early stages of the project. Here next we have a token economy. So here we can see the split of the tokens between the different structures. So here we have total tokens will be a 75 million. Retail will be a split between the three parts. There will be a 7.5 million for the angle, 12 million for the private, and 7.5 million for the public. Then team will get the 5.2 million. Advisors will get the 3.7. Marketing will be a 7.5. Partner will be a 3.7. Content production will be a 50 million. User holdings 7.5 million. Company holdings 5 million, and the total 75 million. Next, we have a blockchain entertainment platform. So there are things that we told before in the white paper, that the comics work has been distributed to MangaX and Manharan on November in 2018 in China, and from December 2018, comics has been providing services to South Korea platforms. So currently they are working with this MangaX, Manharan, and the some webtoon platform in South Korea. So there's a lot like the project from the nowhere. They are currently working in the market for the few years, so they are very experienced and they know how to run the business. Next, we can track the news from the world, the newspaper that write about the project. So we can jump to the hobby that write the article about the project. You can just go to the hobby.info. So here we have a few popular media that write about them. We have a hobby, we have a Qubit Times. So a lot of uh, newspapers are writing about them. This is good. The project is developing, and I think there's a world of the attention for them. As you can see, the comic aspires to be another Netflix using blockchain. So they think that the blockchain, the comics will be a next Netflix for the comics. People will be able to watch the comics in the comics by buying the subscription and rewarding the authors of the comics. So there's a very a nice solution. And next we can track the actual the token in the CoinGecko. They are listed in the CoinGecko as you can see. The price of the token currently is a 0.3 dollar. There's a 31 cents. There's a not so much. I think there's a worth it to buy some tokens currently. As we can take the look at the bigger plan, the token was at the 0.5 0.4 dollar and it goes down to 0.3. So I think like this will bounce from this point to the even higher. So this is a very good opportunity to make a huge profit on it. We can check the markets where we can buy the token. As you can see, the volume is pretty huge. There's 10 millions in the 22 hours, so this is pretty huge. So, for example, we can take the Coin Tiger. This is a most popular market currently, and as you can see, there's a lot of buy orders, sell orders that are jumping here. So I think like everyone that want to buy this token can find the one for himself. And here we have an order book. You can see the every price for the token. There are thousands of the tokens in the market, so I think like the people will can buy it. And next we can check the latest order. So for example, we can see that every second is made. There are a couple of trades here for the amount of tokens, like the couple hundred. So the token is very active, and the price might change in the future rapidly. And I think there after the short low price, the price will increase. So this might be a good time. And next we have a hotbit. There is also uh, there's also comics listed here, so you can if you have a account on the hotbit or don't have on the coin tiger, you can just go to the hotbit and buy this token here. There is also a very active market. The trades are every second made, so I think like you will not have a problem with buying this token. And also we have a very good news for the project. There's a proposal for listing comics on the Binance exchange, so you will be able to buy the uh, comics in the Binance. There is a huge exchange, and I think that this also boosts the price of the token since a lot of people are trading on the Binance. So we need to support the project, and I think that they will soon will be listed on the Binance. So if you want to join this project, you can just go to the gomics.io, or you can just join their social media. Like there you can see there is a lot of telegrams for the different languages. You can also follow them on the LinkedIn, YouTube, another Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Weibo, GitHub, Medium, and the Reddit. So there's a lot of social media. You can find the useful information about the project and check this project by yourself.